Hello guys, Marco Schwartz here. In this video, I want to report about my first year of investment on the real estate crowdfunding platform Houzers. So as you know, I love to report about wherever I invest on, so peer-to-peer lending platforms, real estate crowdfunding platforms, and other places where I invest my money. And I had to make this report like 1 year after, 2 years after, and more. To really show you how my investments are doing and to see if you should invest as well on this platform if it went well. So on this one, I will show you my investment houses. So actually, it's after 1 year that I opened my account. However, because of some regulations in Spain, I had to wait a few months to invest. So my portfolio is not exactly 1 year old, as I will show you later. So what I propose to do now is quickly go to the computer and I will actually show you my portfolio, my first investment, and of course the results of this 1 year of investing on Houzers. So before that, just let me tell you a bit about Houzers. It's basically a real estate crowdfunding platform based in Spain. So you can invest on the Spanish real estate markets as well as in Italy, and it just opened, I think, the other day, also now in Portugal. So it's really cool to invest in Europe outside of most of real estate crowdfunding platforms that are usually located in the UK or in France or in Germany. You can now invest also in other very interesting countries like, as I said, Spain, Italy, and Portugal. So I will show you that in a moment. So we are now going to switch over to the computer so I can actually show you my portfolio, my first investment right on the Houzers platform. Alright, so we are here on my Houzers dashboard and I will first show you what was my first investment ever. Then I will show you my portfolio at the moment, and also after that what was the results after this 1 year of investing on the platform. So first let me go into my investments to actually show you what was my first ever investment there. If I remember correctly, it was in Barcelona. So yeah, it was this one over there, which is still, I think, my biggest investment on the platform. And basically a real like standard buy-to-let flat in Barcelona. So the yield was quite high. I don't know if it's actually still showed there, but it was around, for like 4%. So remember that it's really comparable to the yield you could actually get for a similar flat if you were buying it yourself, like completely yourself, right? However, here, of course, I didn't have anything to care of, right? I just needed to put my money, so I actually pay for this one by credit card, and then it's basically all taken care of for me. So they will take care of course, finding this flat, putting it on the site, and then once it's bought, renovating the flat according to the renters there. So now this one's actually rented, so actually earning some income from that, and at this yield. The cool stuff with Houzers that was on this investment is that there is this Insta-Rent. And basically this means that even if they don't rent it, like right away, they actually already give you the expected income from the rent. So that's quite nice, especially if they take a lot of time to actually renovate it and then finding a tenant. It will generate income from day one for you. So this one, it was the first one in my portfolio. So I invested about 550 euros, I think. And as you can see, this one has just been, the renovation has just been completed, as you can see. So this one is not rented yet. So they've actually bought it. You can see much later than when it actually started. Then they did this renovation here, and now they will actually find a tenant for this flat. So you can see really very detailed information about each step of the process whenever you buy some property. So I would just want to see this document. That's actually the pictures of the renovated flat. That's really cool because you can really follow step by step your investments that you made on this platform. So this was my first ever investment. So let's now go to maybe the dashboard again to show you all my other investments. Or maybe first I will go again to my investments and show you what is actually in my portfolio. So as you can see, there are 7 of them. They are all buy to let. So there are other opportunities on the platform, like investing in loans, especially for new properties, but I'm really focusing on buy to let. I want to have flats that generate rent and also that later I can sell for some capital gain. So as you can see, I chose flat for an income of about 4% yield. I don't really look that much about the capital growth, right? Because I'm really focusing on income as my strategy. And as you can see, I have flats now in Spain, so Barcelona, Madrid, Valencia, in Italy, especially in Milan, and also in Lisbon. And I just bought actually another flat in Lisbon, but it's not shown here yet because it's still in the purchasing process. So let's go to the dashboard now to show you what is actually in my portfolio. So this is the total value of my portfolio. As you can see, I invested this. There are 400 euros basically waiting. I have 35 euros on my account that came from some rent, and the capital gain, so expected capital gain, is this value here. So let's now have a look at the last 12 months, so my first year of investing. So I told you that I started my account in February. However, because of some regulations, I wanted to invest there. But there were some Spanish regulations that basically say that if you are not a Spanish resident, you need to get some number at the Spanish embassy to invest on the platform. So for me, this meant basically a 6-hour trip back and forth to the embassy. I didn't want to do that, so I just basically waited until July before actually making my first investment in the flat that I just showed you. So basically, I've been on the platform for 1 year, but I really started to invest in July. So this definitely has to be taken into account for the results. So now I am at this value here, and as you can see, I started to receive income. So I didn't invest a lot, right? So I started to receive a little income from September, and now it's just growing months after months. So that's my estimated income, and now I wanted to show you the capital gain. So yes, like investments, you can also see by cities. So that's my portfolio at the moment. So I really like the fact that it's diversified across Europe. So here you can see what is the value growth that was given on the different cities. So as you see, Milan is working quite well, as well as Lisbon. And that's also the earnings per city. So Barcelona was the first ever I invested in. So it made sense that it's the one where I received the most earnings. And then you have Madrid, Lisbon, Milan, Valencia is one of the most recent in my portfolio, so I didn't get any income yet. So overall, I now have a nice portfolio on houses. It's still quite small, right? It's only 3,000 euros total compared to some of my other portfolios, especially in the UK, where I have much more money invested there, and it started to produce a decent income. So really look at your yield, right? That is on the properties. I will show you that again, because it's really comparable to what you could get by buying the property yourself, right? Like 4 or 5% and a quite decent capital growth. So don't look at, because you can really expect that if you invest in property, you will get a nice rent, right? Of 500 euros, 600 euros. Of course, here it's proportional to the shares that you put into each deal. So you won't have at the start a very high level of income if you invest, like me, 2,000 or 3,000 euros. But I really wanted for this first year to try out the platform and see if it worked, see if it was legit. I invested more and more, and based on those nice results and the fact that I really liked the team at Houses and also the website, I will definitely be investing more in the future. So I hope that helped you out. Don't hesitate to ask me questions about my portfolio, about my results on houses, and of course I will continue to publish on my site, also on my channel. Here I will continue to publish updates about my portfolio on the Houses platform. So this is already the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. So as you could see, I got really good results on the Houses platform. And I'm really excited to continue to invest on this platform in the future because I really want to diversify my real estate crowdfunding portfolio and invest in completely passive real estate in the future. So I just put a link below this video to my website that will tell you more about my investments on the Houses platform. So if you want to learn more, I really recommend that you check out this link on my website. It will be just below this video. That being said, thank you again for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.